Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Showdown Throwdown. Some of you guys may remember this series from way back before VGC 2016 was on BattleSpot, and now that VGC 2016 once again isn't on BattleSpot, I'm returning to this series for some fun content. Sorry I haven't posted too much in the last couple of days, been busy kind of packing for Worlds and just seeing people and friends that I won't be able to see for a while since I'm headed to California for Worlds on Wednesday and then going to college straight after that. So it's a busy time here, but still wanted to make some content. Planning on getting some more episodes of Showdown Throwdown out, and then after Worlds, you know, we're gonna have a lot of stuff planned. Also, obviously, for Sun and Moon, but even before Sun and Moon, there's some stuff that I want to do. And obviously, I just want the channel to continue growing. And thank you guys for supporting me, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this content. And if you do enjoy the return of Showdown and want to see more, would really appreciate if you could leave me a like and any feedback possible as well. So yeah, Worlds is upcoming, and I'm planning on doing some live coverage, so if you don't follow me on Snapchat, give me a follow or add me at KitKatAZ, and also Instagram KitKatAZ, same username. That's in the description below, and that's KICKATAZ. I'm planning on doing a lot of live content. Both of those apps have stories, which allow you to basically kind of follow someone and see what they're doing in real time. So I'm going to be featuring a lot of cool stuff on those, and it should be a fun time. I really want to use that to interact with you guys more, and so you guys can get a first-hand view kind of what I see and kind of experience what I experience. So should be a fun time. For Showdown Throwdown, I'm just using kind of a fun team that I threw together. It's not exactly something that is the most, I mean, it is competitive for sure, but it's got a Magnezone on it. Also got Ludicolo, Mence, Rayogre, and Bronzong, so definitely has some weaknesses, and it's just kind of a core that I thought of, but it's been a lot of fun. I played a couple of games before this just to really try it out and get the hang of it. Still not exactly like a team that gets you, you know, consistent wins over and over again, but there's a lot of potential, and it might be something I develop a little bit more as I go along. So a really interesting team here. That's even not a 2016 team. So I'm currently on the lower ladder for sure. Haven't played Showdown in about forever, so my rating is quite low. So let's just try to climb through and get as many wins as possible earlier on and then go from there. But yeah, it's a VGC 2015 team basically. And I think I'm just gonna go Kyogre, Ludicolo, Mence, and let's bring Rayquaza, sure. Meowstic Scizor. Okay, so I'll just Water Spout and Fake Out. I feel like this is a game that's like it's so hard to use a non-2016 team and try to win. Like Perish Trap, maybe you could pull something off, but if you're not using the restricteds, it's just so difficult. We don't even see a Quick Guard or anything come out. He's gonna fake out the Kyogre, which is good. Kyogre outspeeds him too, but I'm just gonna switch out into Mence and Water Spout. I did that right, yeah. Just to get the Intimidate off. Nothing on his team can take Water type. I mean, he's got Politoed and Kingdra, but like Kyogre Water Split just does so much damage to practically everything. So we actually see a Thunder Wave and a Bullet Punch. Okay. And it's gonna be Sash Meowstic, but my opponent got, I mean, you get a paralysis and some damage off, I guess, but not exactly very much. So should be over pretty quickly here. I'll just spout Mega Ball, Hyper Voice, or Double Edge actually. Like, you can't do anything with Meowstic and Amoonguss right now. I would have been a cool 2015 team though. I love Rain. Rain's a really fun strategy. It's part of the reason why I'm using Rayquaza or Kyogre Ludicolo, since it's you know, it was really good way back then. We do see a Thunder Wave onto Salamence. That does mean my opponent cannot paralyze me at this point, or put me to sleep with Amoonguss. So that's perfectly fine with me. And Kyogre's probably still faster than Amoonguss because Amoonguss is so slow. As Kingdra comes out, that's cool. Yeah, I mean Ludi will just come back in, so I'll just Hyper Voice Ice Beam. It's the Focus Energy Kingdra that relies on getting critical hits. That's cool. But my opponent still hasn't gotten any damage off. And I've still got Rayquaza and Ludicolo in the back. So I'm not too worried right now. But I do miss the days where Rain would actually be set up even when your primal Pokemon wasn't out. Or weather in general. Yep, so Draco's gonna happen and it's gonna be guaranteed critical hits right now. Giga Drain comes out. Ice Beam knocks out Amoonguss. Cool. Rayquaza comes in, and that should be game. I'm actually using Banded Rayquaza, which is something I wanted to try out. Not sure exactly how good it is, but I mean, it's decent here. Pixel the knockout on a Kingdra, so that was a quick game. I mean, not a 2016 game there. But let's see what we get here. A Kyogre team with Clef, Crobat, and the annoying for what is it? Ferrothorn. Oh my gosh, I'm a noob. Okay, Men's is good here. I mean, like Kyogre, Ludicolo is so good, but you have to watch out for potential Rayquaza lead, which my opponent might. I do have Cobaliberry, which could make things interesting. Maybe I'll actually go Rayquaza. I mean, Salamence, Ludi, Rayquaza, Kyogre. Yeah, I like that. My Salamence also has Fire Blast specifically for Ferrothorn, so maybe I can dunk on it. We'll see. But, you know, obviously we've got 3 of the same Pokemon. We both have a Steel type. He has a Crobat, which does have the Tailwind potential. We do see Rayquaza come out, which is something I anticipated. Quick Guard is obviously something my opponent can do. Let's see. Could also just Tailwind. And I do have the Cobaliberry. Not sure if I want to take advantage of that. Maybe I'll just Hyper Voice Ice Beam. Okay, he protects, probably Tailwinding, yeah. That's okay, somewhat. Yeah, I'll just Hyper Voice Ice Beam again. I'm going super aggro right now, but... Oops, sorry about that. Oh, he actually switches out into Kyogre. I mean, that's a turn of Tailwind wasted for him. Super Fang. Got some damage on, no freeze or anything. But the tricky thing for my opponent now is you can Ice Beam or you can like use. You can't touch Ludi, honestly. I guess I'll protect. I mean, I wonder if he's gonna double up on a Ludi. That could be interesting. Yeah, I don't want to sacrifice Mens quite yet, so I'll go for the safe protect. And Grass Knot. I think he's probably gonna double up on Ludi. There's a Super Fang. Nope. Okay, cool. And it's a knockout onto Kyogre. Rayquaza's gonna come back out. But that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna Hyper Voice and Ice Beam. That's the one annoying thing about Crobat. He's got Draco, that's actually cool. But I get the Ice Beam off. And it's Life Orb, so that's just a knockout. Excellent. Tailwind peters out. Yeah, so the main reason why I don't like Crobat in this format, even though I think it's a great Pokemon, is because of the fact that you can't actually knock out anything. You can only Super Fang. So even with Tailwind up, like, you have to double up, basically. And there's always one Pokemon that can survive. And that's very troublesome. So I'll bring in Ludi now. I'll just protect. Knock out Crobat. Now that Crobat can't Super Fang me, I'll just Water Spout, and with a Choice Banded Rayquaza on the back, should be enough to take out Ferrothorn. So, didn't have to conserve my Salamence at the end of the day, which is also good news. But, let's see. Yeah, I mean, the big play here was knocking out Kyogre when Tailwind was up, and actually Ludi outspeeds Crobat, should have known that. But haven't used Ludicolo in so long with Rain. We featured it on Ramos' team way back on Battle Spot. That, yeah, it's just obviously different since it relies on the Rain, and yeah, it actually doesn't have Assault Vest, which is probably a mistake, but I wanted to try out Cobaliberry. Hasn't come into play yet, but maybe could help against Mens or Rayquaza. But it's a 3-on-1 now. I mean, if there's anything, Ferrothorn could help out against Rain teams, but I think the issue is that Kyogre just hits too hard right now. So that's going to be a game here. But look for another game. Yeah, I mean, my opponent can't really do very much at this point, and I think, yeah, the Crobat here actually helped me more than it hurt me, because ultimately, turn 1-2 was nice. I mean, switching out Rayquaza was a questionable decision, I think. Mainly because Rayquaza puts on so much pressure against Ludicolo, and this is a fun team here. So just waiting for this game to wrap up, but I'm gonna jump into the next one. Scary one. I hate the Yveltal matchup. This team can really consider Yveltal too much. But yeah, I don't expect to see too much Yveltal at Worlds either, because Xerneas is going to be incredibly common, but obviously Yveltal itself did win a national championship on Arashi Madi's team. Man, Water Spout just 60%, that's ridiculous. I'll go for a Waterfall. Ow, it doesn't even... Actually, yeah, the rain's not up, so it's not going to pick up the knockout. But we're able to pick up the knockout there. Yveltal, Mawile, Kangaskhan, Groudon, and then we've got the 2 water types here, which are really interesting. Because there's no Rayquaza, so I'm very surprised to see those Pokemon there. I kind of want to bring Magnezone, actually. You know, it's not the worst call here. Salamence, Magnezone, Kyogre. Do I bring Ludi or Rayquaza? Ludi's probably the better call, but Rayquaza helps me out in terms of dunking Groudon. Let's bring Rayquaza. Kangaskhan, Yveltal here. Okay. So I've got Life Orb Thunder. Let's see. I could double protect turn 1. What's the bigger threat? Yveltal. Definitely Yveltal. I mean, here, what do you want to do? You probably want to Fake Out. I'm just gonna Double Edge. I could Thunder outside, although that's really risky, so let's go for a Flash Cannon. Let's see what he does. Okay, he's gonna Fake Out Magnezone, that's fine. Double Edge does a whole whooping amount. And he's actually Dark Pulse, that's interesting. That does allow me to bring out Rayquaza now. So I can't just Extreme Speed. Oh, I think I targeted myself there. I can't just Extreme Speed Flash Cannon. Probably gonna want to switch out. No Mawile means he definitely has Groudon in the back. That's good because I've got Kyogre. Wonder what the last one is. It's gonna be Milotic or Slowbro. Both of those interesting picks. But yeah, Dark Pulse is interesting. I was expecting Foul Play or Knockoff. You don't see Special Yveltal as common now, or as much nowadays. I think Milotic and Slowbro on that team is also just interesting in general because, like, we saw Slowbro on Enosh's team back in Nationals. He went 6-3 and it just missed Top Cut. He was actually on stream. But it makes sense. And no switch outs here either. Okay, makes sense. So we actually see Pup as opposed to anything else. So that could be interesting depending on how much... Wow, that does nothing. Magnezone, I'm disappointed. I thought it would do more there. I was expecting like 50% of damage. Wow. That is so underwhelming. That's really bad. Since I'm banded here. Like, I was hoping it would put it in ban KO range, but that is not the case. You probably just return Precipice. So I think I lose here. Should have Dragon Ascended. Yeah, I guess I'll protect Extreme Speed, but I lose this one. Since you just... Unless you miss the Precipice Blades. That's how I win this. That's how I can still win this. Or crit a Extreme Speed here, maybe? I'm not even sure if a crit can knock it out, but... That Kangaskhan's gotta be bulkier, right? Like, Flash Cannon I definitely expected to do more. I mean, granted, Magnezone exactly isn't exactly the most offensive Pokemon, but still. Yveltal in general just gives my team a ton of trouble. Oh, that's actually huge, because he's going to knock himself out from recoil, yeah. So if my Kyogre is faster here, that could be big. Or maybe, do I want to go for a double? I'm going to go for it. Because even if I don't get it, I mean, my Milotic's probably faster too, so I think I still lose this one, but I'll still try. Oh, I need protected too, but... Oh, and I did get it too. I'm faster. That does a lot, actually. And he Hydroed Kyogre, wow. That's a very interesting decision. Did it miss? Unfortunate miss there. I wonder if I'm faster. Why? He's just targeting... I mean, I guess you expect the knockout there. Yeah. The play last turn didn't make much sense. But I think I still win anyway, even if he connects. Since Kyogre just wins 1v1 against the Milotic. So Milotic was interesting to see there. But good game to my opponent and got a little bit lucky in the end there. So let's see. This might be the last one, depending on how long it lasts. Maybe I'll do another one. But yeah, you know, first game obviously wasn't even VGC 2016, and it happened relatively quickly. Yeah, I definitely have a weakness against knockoff combinations in general, and that's why this Weavile is really scaring me as well. I don't really know what to bring here. Could go like Kyogre, Ludi, Immense Ray, but the Weavile here is a major threat. Perhaps I'll actually go Bronzong then. Bronzong Immense to get the Intimidate off immediately. Kyogre in the back. And let's bring Ludicolo actually. Okay, so he goes Weavile and Rayquaza. So I'm gonna Trick Room, Mega Evolve, and Hyper Voice. This knockoff's not gonna be able to knock out Bronzong. You can Ice Cold Crush knock out Mence. If that's the case, then I get a Trick Room up for free. I bring in my Kyogre and I can Water Spout Gyro Ball. Maybe this is so risky. I think Ice Cold Crush on Mence is actually also a damage roll, unless he's Life Orbed. So that is another interesting point. Extreme Speeds and knockoffs. Okay, we'll take that since it doesn't manage to knock me out here, and I get the Trick Room up. Perfect. So that's really nice. My opponent most definitely expecting the knockout there. I'm gonna Gyro Ball and Hyper Voice. This is really good because he wasn't able to pick up the. I don't know why you Extreme Speed there instead of just Dragon Ascending, unless you expect a Draco Meteor from Salamence, which is definitely viable. Although I think that Rayquaza is most likely going to be Focus Sash, given that Weavile is actually Life Orbed. So he protects and feigns. That's fine by me. I do have to watch out a little bit right now, though, since Trick Room is up. Extreme Speed did around 10% first time around, too, so this is potentially scary. He might just Extreme Speed Ice Beam. Could go for a Blind Hypnosis, which isn't even the worst of scenarios. And I'll switch out into my own Kyogre here. Yeah, definitely want to conserve my Mence. Yeah, it is pick up the knockout. That's fine. And he Ice Beams. Crits, but no freeze. Good. Bring Kyogre, Ludicolo. And now I can just Ice Beam that slot. No, just Grass Knot Ice Beam. Unless he's got Thunder. That could be scary. We're at least gonna still be able to pick up the double knockout there. Any Water Spouts? Okay, cool. We in business here. That's 3 turns of Trick Room, so this is the last one. Kangaskhan comes out. That's reassuring since I've got Mence in the back. So here I'm just gonna Grass Knot and Water Spout. Protects, that's a good play. He Sucker Punches. Oh, except, yeah, now range should be up, so Ludi should be the fastest Pokemon, which is very nice since I can just Grass Knot again and Origin Pulse. It should be game. So that's the interesting thing, like, Ludi was able to outspeed under Trick Room earlier because Rayquaza was up, so that actually helped me. Double Edge here is going to dunk on me, but Origin Pulse connects and picks up the knockout, so I think we have enough time for one more game. Not bad, not bad. Relatively fast games. A lot of Kyogre teams, honestly, as well, which I'm kind of surprised to see. Haven't faced the Big Six core yet, but yeah, I think Kyogre is something we might see a big appearance of at Worlds, because I think it's like, if built correctly, has a phenomenal matchup against Big Six, but you really have to know how to play it. Like, Kyogre, I think the way Gavin Michaels described it, who, you know, was like, you know, this could potentially be the best team, but you have to, like, make the right calls every turn. It's kind of like playing with the whole team of Bisharp. Bisharp, if you played older VGC eras, it was like, you had either a Focus Sash or a Life Orb, and you have to really make the right calls with Sucker Punch and whatnot. But we've got a dual Primal team here, which could be interesting because I actually, like, one of the main reasons why I wanted to use Magnezone was for the dual Primal matchup. So let's see if I can actually do something here with it. What to lead with? This is tricky because I want all of my Pokemon out. Demon Electric here is also really scary. And all 6 of my Pokemon can be viable here. So what do you lead with against my team? That's the real question. I feel like you don't bring Groudon for sure. Maybe Manectric Bronzong. So I might actually go full rain with Kyogre, Ludicolo. Maybe just go immense Rayquaza in the back. I really want Magnezone though. But the thing is, if I bring Magnezone, I don't have a way to set up Trick Room. That becomes bothersome. Immense Magnezone, Rayquaza Magnezone. Sure, let's go Rayquaza Magnezone. I'm not gonna bring Immense, and we'll see how this works out. Manectric and Cress. Not the best, but not the worst. So I could obviously just fake out Water Spout here. You could switch into Groudon. You could protect Manectric and just go for an attack with Cress. Actually, maybe I'll just fake out Origin Pulse. Here's the Groudon coming in though. Does Manectric also attack? Because if so, that's a really ballsy play. Okay, no, it protects, yeah. That makes some more sense. But this is still troublesome. Because now you can just use electric type attacking like Precipice Blades. Although I suppose the solution here is to switch into Rayquaza and Scald. But if you have Hidden Power, you can predict that and Hidden Power Kyogre. I don't have Focus Action on Rayquaza because I'm using Choice Band, so this is not the best of positions right now. Good play by my opponent turn 1. I was really contemplating switching out, but I thought he would just protect Manectric and go for an attack with Cresselia so that the next turn you can threaten a Volt Switch. Good play there too to switch out. Expecting and Volt Switch comes out. Well done, well done. Although, this is okay, I get a Scald off. A burn onto Cresselia would be huge, even if not, Rayquaza at least threatens next turn. You kind of have to bring in Groudon. So, you know, it's not the end of the world here. But, very nicely played so far. Yeah, Groudon does come back in. So a Scald onto that slot would have been very nice. And I do get a burn here onto Crest. That's helpful. So I really want to... I mean, like, Groudon here kind of has to protect or switch out. So I'll Mega Evolve for sure, Dragon Ascent, Crest. The question is, should I just Scald into Groudon anyway? Yeah, I suppose even if Trick Room goes though, that's fine. He is going to safely protect Groudon, but that's still a free Dragon Ascent. Woohoo! That actually picks up the knockout there with the Choice Band. Very nice. Probably something my opponent was not anticipating. Manectric comes back in. Okay, let's think this through. Could Volt Switch. If you switch Groudon out into Kyogre and Volt Switch. Yeah, I think if my opponent has Kyogre in the back... Actually, no, it's probably not. No, it should be Kyogre, right? Could be the Bronzong as well. But let's say it's Kyogre. What you can do is switch Groudon out into Kyogre. Rain goes up. Volt Switch to get Groudon back in. I guess my play here is to just Grass Knot, though. And I think I'm going to sack Like, Magnezone's nice here, but doesn't do enough. So I'm going to switch into Magnezone. Yeah, called it. I mean, regardless of what Manectric does here, I get the Grass Knot off. Perfect, perfect. Oh, that's sweet. Very nice. Very nice. And Grass Knot's not gonna knock out, but still gonna do heap in heck of a lot. Now you also can't use your Water type attacks. So you can Ice Beam Precipice Blades. What do I want to do here? The game's still definitely not over. I don't want to choke it right now. That's just the most important thing. Or you could Fire Punch. No, I think you Precipice Blades Ice Beam. This is actually still very tricky. Let's switch into Kyogre and Scald, actually. Okay, that's fine regardless of what happens here. Especially because now Ludi should be faster. Oh, excellent. Nice. That should be game. And that's why I love Ludicolo. I'll just Water Spell Grass Knot. Let's Origin Pulse Grass Knot instead. Ludia's gonna be faster. Kyogre protects, that's fine. Hits Manectric, unless... Even if it has Thunder, I don't think that knocks out Kyogre. You Thunders Ludia instead, which is actually the call, because you gotta hope for the Paralysis. Yeah, but Origin Pulse fortunately connects, so that just knocks out Manectric. Wow, it just sounded like I talked with an accent there. Cool. So we managed to win all our games today. I got a little bit lucky, for sure. I think we won all our games. Man, my short-term memory loss is coming in. But that was really fun. Magnezone unfortunately didn't get to dunk on anyone since it's got some cool strategies. But it's going to wrap it up for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really excited to do more of these. And I'm planning on trying out more fun teams. Really curious what we get from the World Championships as well. Whether we get any crazy meta-defining things. And we're obviously going to have to play a little bit more VGC 2016 since even post-Worlds is going to be 2016 until obviously Sun and Moon comes out, and then 2017 rules should switch over on January 1st. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's really fun to be back on Showdown Throwdown, and yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed it. Give me any feedback as always as possible, and looking forward to the next couple of days. Anyway, that's gonna be it. I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace.